So, Kevin Lawrence,
Steve Lungrin. It has been, how long has it been?
who the hell are you and what are you doing
I know.
on my live stream?
Sorry I bailed the last time at the last minute. I forget what the reason was, but it was a legitimate excuse, I promise.
Oh, yeah. You're full of legitimate excuses.
I love doing this, but yeah.
It's great to have you back, man.
Yeah.
Great to have you back. And I, for the one person tuned in, I just want to point out this idea originated with Kevin.
Yeah, he stole it from me.
It was his idea.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't steal it. I just was like, hey, we should, if we're going to build an audience for this time slot, someone ought to do a show regularly.
Yeah.
So
clearly, the building an audience part is still a work in progress. We got how many people watching?
oh, we're all the way up to 3 now.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
How you been?
I've been doing well. How about yourself?
Hey there, Wheat. Sean, how you doing?
Hey, Sean. We could pretend like we haven't really spoken to each other in all this time since the last live stream.
We could pretend.
Yeah, or we can just be real and say, oh, we, chatted about 2 hours ago.
Right.
Usually do.
But I will say this. We will likely talk tonight about things we have not spoken about.
Right. Yeah, that's usually the case.
Because there's nothing that goes on in the chat between us that goes on daily that is acceptable for a public forum like this. So.
No, not even close.
And we never talk music either.
That's true. Every once in a while, we'll...
The closest we get to talking music is that we will send each other a shot from a gig and go, oh my God, this sucks. I can feel my feet are swollen and I want to go home really, really bad. Yeah. Or, hey, should I get Burger King or Carl's Jr. tonight on my way home?
Yeah. Do we have any Carl's down here? I don't know if we do in South Florida. There's Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we do have Carl's. I don't know.
I bet you have Whataburger.
Not in Miami, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was at Florida State in Tallahassee, like 20 years ago, there was a Whataburger there. But why are we talking about this?
We were talking about what we do after a show.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
And can I just say for the record that Tallahassee is one of the most delightful words in the English language.
Yeah, it's a good one. Sean is cooking supper. Where do they say supper?
It's a very English thing.
An English thing?
I believe, Sean, you're in New York, aren't you? Steak and twice-baked potatoes. I love twice-baked potatoes.
Yeah, those are
They're
good.
way more work than I'm willing to go to most of the time. Anybody who's here, if you haven't said hello yet, please do. We'd love to know who's here. Let us know where you're watching from, maybe even.
Yeah, so I know we're streaming on my channel as well. If anybody happens to be there, I wonder if the comments still come through. I should check to make sure. Let me see.
Upstate New York. Nice. Albany, Ithaca. Hey, Ted. Hey, Ted. All right.
Cool.
Marco, joining us from Germany. Nice. Donka.
Peter O'Sullivan.
How we doing there, Peter?
In the UK.
All right. And Robin, also from the UK. Thank you for spending your later evening with us.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, Kevin. Do we need to do like a rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Just one and go.
All right.
Right?
1, 2. Okay.
Oh, well.
I win.
All right.
Go first.
All right. See you soon.
I used the delay.
Yes, to my value, you cheated.
I did in fact.
All right.
All right. I'm just gonna give Kevin the room here. It's good to be back together, man, and I look
Likewise.
forward to talking to you some more at the conclusion of whatever your first number is.
Let's do it. I just lost you. Oh, no, I'm still live right here, right? Why am I on the screen and you're not, Steve?
Because I was getting out of your way so that you could do the first number.
Oh, I thought because I lost, you go first.
No, it was whoever wins gets to make the choice.
Man, I was I was really confused there.
Can you tell Kevin hasn't been doing this for a while?
No, it's been a while. Okay. We can do this now.
All right.
I'm going to start with a classic from Simon and Garfunkel.
Let me make this very clear so that I don't confuse you.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove myself from the screen so that it's just you. But you will be live, and they will see and hear you.
I've been staring at a computer screen far too long.
Okay, my friend. Kill it.
All right. Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so we bought a pack of cigarettes, Mrs. Wagner pies, and we walked off to look for America. Coffee, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh. Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw, and I've gone to look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, this bow tie is really a camera. Toss me a cigarette, I think there's one in my raincoat. I smoked the last one an hour ago. So I looked at the scenery. She read her magazines, and the moon rose over an open field. Kathy, I'm lost, and I said, though I knew she was sleeping. I don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've all gone to look for America.
Very nice.
Thank you. Love that song.
I need to like immerse myself a little bit in Paul Simon's work.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that I have none. I have some.
Yeah.
But I haven't I've never made the commitment to Paul. There's two artists that I keep getting beat over the head with from my fans that I've never made a serious commitment to, and one is Paul Simon and one is Bruce Springsteen. So
Yeah, well, I'd say probably over the years I've spent more time listening to Paul Simon's catalog, although it's with Springsteen it's a lot also. I love them both. I got to see Simon and Garfunkel in concert in 2003, and they both still sounded incredible. And it was at the what was back then the American Airlines Arena where the Heat play in Miami, and it was so great. And I think the concert started, if I remember correctly, with like a montage, a video montage of their whole career and their lives, and they had an instrumental version of America playing behind it. And then they came on stage and they played Old Friends and Bookends. Do you know that song?
no, not by title.
Yeah, so you should look up on YouTube. I would assume it's up there. That tour, that 2003, I think 04 tour was just incredible. It was really, I think, the last time that Garfunkel still had his voice. And then after that, they had a couple more reunions until it all ended in, I think, 2010 at Jazz Fest when Garfunkel blew his voice out. And that was the end of their friendship also, for good.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to I want to give you some praise that you knew that that's where the Miami Heat play.
I know, that's a good point, actually.
Because
I looked it up on my phone really quick.
I remember you telling me that you'd gone to Coldplay, and you were like, and you named a stadium, and I was like, oh, is that where the Dolphins play? And you go, I don't know.
I think
And
I remember
okay.
that. Yeah. It's
like,
the
who
truth.
are the Dolphins? I don't know.
I can't argue. You're stating facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to feature tonight a couple of songwriters that were brothers, Paul Williams and Mentor Williams. This is an interesting family, Kevin. You'll find this interesting.
Okay.
There were 3 sons in this family. Paul, the oldest son, I can't remember what his name was, but he was a rocket scientist who actually got like a Distinguished Service Medal from NASA for his participation in both the Mercury and the Apollo missions.
Cool.
Then there was Paul and Mentor, and both of them were hit songwriters. And Paul also had a Hollywood career as an actor when he was younger. And the way that he describes it, he's like, he's a real character too. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I was any good as an actor, to be honest with you, but I'll tell you what I was real good at. I still looked 14 when I was 25, and they need people that they can work adult hours who look like kids, I got to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So, a very interesting family. But they've written between the two of them, they've written some songs that are pretty well known. So we'll see if you can spot some of them as we go throughout the evening.
Cool.
Going to start out with one that 3 Dog Night made into a pretty good size hit.
All right.
Okay. As I say, this one was made famous by 3 Dog Night in 1971. It was the single off of the album Harmony, and it got into the top 5. I think it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. And Paul wrote this one by himself. Let's see if you can spot this. Just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. Wrapped around the music is the sound of someone promising they'll never go. Swear you've heard it before. It slowly rambles on and on. No need in bringing them back, 'cause they're never really gone. an old-fashioned love song, one I'm sure they wrote for you and me. Just an old-fashioned love song, coming down in 3-part harmony. To weave our dreams upon and listen to each evening when the lights are low, to underscore our love affair with tenderness and feelings we've come to know. You swear you've heard it before as it slowly rambles on and on and on. No need in bringing them back, 'cause they're never, never really gone. Just an old-fashioned love song, coming down in 3-part harmony. Just an old-fashioned love song, one I'm sure they wrote for you and me. Just an old-fashioned love song, coming down in 3-part harmony. Just an old-fashioned love song, one I'm sure they wrote for you and me. To weave our dreams upon and listen to a song. Just an old song, coming on down. It's just an old song, one I'm sure they wrote for you and me. Hey, it's just an old song, coming down, yeah. Just an old song, one I'm sure they wrote for you and me. Woo, yeah. Hey, hey.
Nice.
Dakota, how we doing, man?
Hello, Dakota.
How we doing?
We got Telepoca Gaming TV laughing at the 3 viewers. Well, let me just correct this person 1 second. That was just on my channel. We're simulcasting. We got, I think, 15 between the two of us, Steve.
Yeah. And
Not including Facebook.
Telepoca Gaming TV, I really don't care. Are you here to listen to music, or are you here to troll us?
Or
'Cause if you're here
troll.
to troll us, I'm more than happy to block your ass, because we're here to have fun.
Dakota's got a 91 for us today. Huh.
Oh, I see.
Well, that was good.
Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue something. I see.
Oh, that's a good song. Didn't you just do that one, Steve, on your channel?
I did not.
Oh, I thought you did.
If you know that one, you should honor that one.
I don't. I don't know it. But what was the 90s song you just did on your channel? Right? Wasn't there like a...
Barely Breathing, maybe?
Oh, that's what it was. That's
hey,
what I got confused.
S5580, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
I said the beginning of this, the creation of this genius idea of doing this show, Steve, was that we wouldn't take requests.
Right.
But I'm curious to see what this will sound. Now, this does not count as one of my songs, but I just want to, because I do like that song. Do you know the song that he's talking about?
Da 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 da. Breakfast.
Yeah,
at
it's like,
Tiffany's.
you say you got nothing in common, no common ground to start from. we're falling apart. Yeah, that's a cool. I'm gonna add that to the to-do list of songs to learn.
Hey, thanks, Leo. We appreciate that. Okay. All right.
Did you?
What's that?
Sorry. Go ahead. No. What were you gonna say?
Yes, I banned our troller.
Why did they say something else?
Nah, just
Oh.
I just I thought I'm gonna ban your ass
I
because you
saw
can
it on
kiss
the.
mine.
Yeah, I saw it there, but
No, I was just thinking it's your turn. For those of you who don't know the format of this show, when I'm here by myself, what I usually do is I always come with a feature of a songwriter or a singer-songwriter, and then at the end of that, just to round it out, I take some requests.
yeah,
But since Kevin and I are both here, Kevin's original idea was we need a stream where we play songs that we want to play that no one would think to request.
yeah.
And with the hope that everyone will hate us so much by the end that they'll just tune out of the show.
We'll be down to 0 at the end. Now, I do have to make one exception. My two boys, Ray and Levon, are watching, and I got a request from them, and of course, I'm going to play it.
All right.
So I'm breaking the
I'm
rules.
going to get out of your way so that you can.
My youngest son, his name is Levon, and you can guess where we got that name, so I'm going to play that for him. Levon wears his woe like a crown. He calls his child Jesus, 'cause he likes a name, and he sends them to the finest school in town. Levon likes his money. He makes a lot, they say. Spends his days counting in a garage by the motorway. He was born a pauper to a pawn on a Christmas day, when the New York Times said gotta stay, and the war's begun. I've been fantastic as the sun today, and he shall believe on, and he shall be a good man, and he shall believe on, in tradition with a family band, and he shall believe on, and he shall be a good man. He shall believe on. You can tell I haven't practiced this song. Sells cartoon balloons in town. His family business thrives. Jesus blows up balloons all day, sits on the porch swing watching them fly. And Jesus, he wants to go us, leave our heart far behind. Take a balloon and go sailing, while leave on slowly dies. You're on mute.
I say I love that song. Leave
Yeah, me
on,
too.
we have not met. I'm your Uncle Steve. And you have the coolest name ever. But
I
Ray,
agree.
I this isn't my song, but
Yeah.
I got to do something for Ray.
Oh, look at
Because
that.
Ray, you are also sharing a name with something pretty awesome, with one of the great rhythm and blues artists of all time, Ray Charles. And so I got to say, Georgia, Georgia, oh my, oh that old sweet song is Georgia on my mind. Woo, Georgia on my mind.
Nice. What key was that
Anyway.
in?
I was doing it in F, but
Is
it
that-
could be done. I was doing it in F, but
Yeah, what's the original key for that song? Because I play that every once in a while.
beats me, man. I don't know.
It always sounds off when I play it. It's like I just can't capture anything close to.
I don't know that it sounded that good when I just did it.
It sounded good. It sounded good to me.
I was just saying, shout out to both of the kiddos.
Yeah.
And Kevin shared your pictures with me today, your school pictures.
The school pictures.
And I got to tell you, Ray, that was a savage look.
Ray, it was Levon with the look. Yeah.
It was Levon with the look. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Levon, that was a savage look.
No.
And I loved it.
It was
and
awesome.
Ray, I love that you just like smiled. You were like, look at what a good boy am I.
Yeah.
So both of you really brought it. It was awesome. So, hey, by the way, hi, Bill Hasty. Great to have you with us.
Hey, Bill.
Always a pleasure to see one of our regulars. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is, I was telling you about Paul and his brothers, and his brother Mentor Williams wrote a number of songs, two that were pretty famous, and I'm going to do one that was cut. One was a cut by a rhythm and blues artist that we'll do a little bit later, named Dobie Gray, and one of my favorite songs of all time. And the other was cut by a country act called Alabama, which is sort of like they invented the country band. Prior to that, it was almost all just a solo artist territory, and they came along as a band up through the honky-tonk circuit and ended up having like something like 43, 46, something like that, #1 hits on the country charts. It was insane.
Wow.
They were unbelievably successful. They did like mountain music and a bunch of other stuff, but they cut one song that was written by Mentor Williams. Bigger pardon, I'm still getting over the flu.
You're right.
And I'm going to share that with you now, and I'm going to get Kevin off the screen because this is my feature. We'll bring him back in just a moment. So this song is it's kind of a sweet song, really. Some might consider it a little bit scandalous, but I don't find it scandalous. I actually find it pretty I find it pretty endearing, and it's about how it's different to be in bed with someone that you really, really, really love versus when you're in bed with someone that you hope maybe you'll never see again. And it goes like this. There's a line anywhere. Anywhere. Yeah, you got plans, and I'm one lucky man. But before we get so carried away, there's just something I've been wanting to say. When we make love, it's more to me than just an affair. I want you to know how much I care. When we make love, oh, it's such a precious time. We share our hearts, our souls, and our minds. When we make love. Watching you make your little moves, I can tell that it's gonna be a long night. All day long we keep holding on. It couldn't be any better than this. I got it all in my fingertips. When we make love, it's more to me than just an affair. Want you to know how much I care. When we make love, oh, it's such a precious time. We share our hearts, our souls, and our minds. These moments, these feelings, when we make love, it's more to me than just an affair. Want you to know how much I care. When we make love, oh, it's such a precious time. We share our hearts, our souls, and our minds. Now let's make love. All right. That was
Nice.
a number one for them in, I believe, the late 80s.
Cool. I don't know if I've heard that song.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that I heard a fair amount, like people don't know this about me because of my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is condensed with like a lot of my very, very favorite music. But when I started playing gigs a lot, particularly when I got started in a career in performing, my first about 10 years in it was mostly doing a lot of background music at, like I wasn't singing, I was just playing basically accompaniment parts, actually. I didn't play the melody either.
Yeah, in a way, it's harder to do those gigs because you got to worry about playing the melody.
Well, but I never did, and it always worked really well. Like I would get hired to play background music at cocktail hours and dinners for like conventions and stuff. And so I'd just sit there and I'd play the song that I just did, like. And it never bothered anybody, so I just basically played what I would play if I were going to sing. But when I wanted to break out and start doing singing gigs, I was looking for bands, and I played with a couple of them, but they really wanted like a keyboard player. You know, someone who had like 3 keyboards and would play synth and strings and horns. And I wanted to be Billy Joel or Elton John, you know. And so I kind of broke off on my own and sort of a one-man band thing, started making tracks. And what I learned very quickly playing in Nebraska was there was enough demand for country music that you better know at least some. And so I became sort of an appreciator of at least, so I went through and I picked out the best country songs that I could from like say the 60s all the way through the 90s and early 2000s, and got to the point where I could do a whole night of it if I needed to. I usually played a blend of things, but I needed to be able to make 30 to 40% of my gig country music. And I haven't shared a lot of it on my YouTube channel because it's not my sweet spot, my number one thing that I like to play, but I do have an affinity for really, really well-written songs. And there's a lot of great songwriters in Nashville writing country music because there's so many solo artists who really are not writers, and they're looking for great material to record. So anyway, that's my my little origin story.
Yeah, country music. I don't have much of it in my song list. Occasionally I'll get a gig request and they like my videos and like, oh, do you know country music? And I'm like, oh yeah, I know, like, you know, maybe 2 songs or something. Right. And then I might lose that gig, which is fine. Just like the other day.
Yeah, but you built a niche for yourself and you didn't need it. But
yeah,
like,
no,
I
but
literally never would have gotten my career off the ground where I was
right.
if I didn't play
it's different
so.
Down here for sure. But
yeah.
country music is huge everywhere.
Well, I would say, yeah, it would depend on, it wasn't so much that I was in Nebraska, it's that I was in western rural Nebraska. And
right.
if you were basing it out of rural Florida, I think you'd probably have to. But
oh yeah,
where you were kind of coming up in a metro area, it was a little bit different situation.
Yeah, it was weird. Speaking of gigs, I got somebody booked me for a gig a couple weeks ago, and they paid the deposit and everything, and then they sent me an email like, we're looking forward to having you, and we can't wait at the end of the night when we have a dance floor and everybody's going to get up and be dancing. And I said, well, you know, everybody's welcome to dance, but I just play piano and sing. There's no band behind me, so it's not really. So he said, oh, all right, well, then we're going to hire a DJ. I said, okay, well, that's because I've been in this situation quite a few times over the many years doing this, where people at the end want to get up and dance, you know, and it's tough when it's just piano. I mean, people don't realize. It's funny. One of the songs that always happens, like, oh, I want to dance. Can you play Dancing Queen? It's like, well, I know a rendition of Dancing Queen, but if you don't have the whole arrangement with the drums and the bass, it's just not going to work in the way that you're thinking. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you can't be all things to all people.
No.
You got to decide who you are as an artist. And,
yeah. And there was a time that I would try to be a little bit of everything, and it was just killer.
Me too. And it made me hate work.
Right.
It made me hate working. So
right.
I promised myself I wouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah. Which is kind of the birth of this show, right?
Exactly.
Let's just do songs we want to do.
Exactly. All right, man. What do you want to play next?
I'm going to do a song. I actually played it last night at a gig that I had last minute, and it's a song it was a pretty big hit like 10, 15 years ago. I remember when I lived in LA, I used to play it a lot when I would play at a restaurant, and it's a song by a band called, I think it's pronounced Bastille. And it goes like this. It's a great song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Take it away, maestro.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to restart that 1 second. Because what I want to do here, I'm going to simultaneously record myself on my QuickTime player. Hold on 1 second. Steve, you can come back so I'm not talking to myself. I want to explain this little technical thing that I'm doing. Unless you went to the bathroom or something. Oh, there you are.
Kevin, you talk to yourself all the time. Don't make these people. And also, for heaven's sakes, you're talking to them. Come on.
Yeah, I know. So I am simultaneously recording this on my local computer drive in full quality so that I can then repurpose it for my YouTube channel. So Did I just freeze?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm frozen on. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try that again. And now I'm recording. Remind me to stop it after so I don't fill up the hard drive.
All right. Like the night that you ended up with like 200 gigabytes.
It was insane.
Okay, I'm going to get out of here.
I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of our vices. In your pose as the dust settles around us, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Kept tumbling down in the city that we loved. Gray clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Steve, are you there?
I am
there you
here,
are.
man. Well done.
Thank you. Never heard that one before?
I have not.
Yeah. I think they were a one-hit wonder.
That could be.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, I haven't listened to the radio since 1992.
Yeah.
I gave the 90s just enough time to show me that they weren't going to be the 80s anymore, and then I tuned out.
There's some great 90s stuff.
I know, and I'm discovering it now, and I'm not saying that I never heard any of that stuff. It had to come to me in other ways.
So Sean said, I don't see Bill Hasty. Could it be what channel live streaming on? Yeah, so what we did is we're streaming on my channel and we're streaming on Steve's channel. So maybe Bill was on mine. So Sean,
I think Sean's on yours and Bill's on mine.
okay, so I can't control it, to highlight them, but if you want to highlight, we also got a
So Bill is here, and Sean is saying hello to Bill. And I'm sorry, we could do a collaboration channel. The problem with that is that then we would have to hope that all of our people would subscribe to it, because nobody would get a notification that we were going live.
yeah, because Steve, you have like 40,000 subscribers, right?
Yeah.
And I have like 20,000. A lot of them are from decades ago that joined, and who knows if they're still active, but
Sean, Bill now wants you to know that he's saying
okay,
hello.
cool.
So, hey, well, thank you for joining us. Poland, it's a very late night for you, Christian. We appreciate it.
Is
Okay.
Christian a regular?
I believe so. I've definitely seen that name floating around from time to time in my streams. So,
Cool.
but I know that in Poland, it's late.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing your evening with us. The next song I'm going to do is one by Paul Williams again. So I love the backstory on this. He was writing songs with a guy named, his last name was Nichols. I can find it right now. Roger Nichols. And they were writing songs. They were staff writers for one of the record labels in Los Angeles, and they were making no money. Like they were getting together and writing all day long, every day, like 7 days a week. So probably putting out anywhere from like 100 to 200 songs a year, and nobody was cutting. Like they were getting some cuts, but none of them were becoming singles, and so they weren't making any real money because nothing was getting a chance to get radio play. And and they were just like kind of destitute, and so they were looking for whatever job they could get, and they get called by a bank, and they're like, "We want you to write a jingle for our commercial," and they go, "Hey, your money spends just like anybody else." So they wrote this little ditty to be part of a commercial for this bank. And they get a call about a week after it went on the air. And it was just a regional bank, too. It wasn't even a national campaign. It was just something that was showing in the L.A. area. And they get a call. Paul Williams gets a call from... and he goes, "Who's this?" He says, "This is Richard Carpenter," as in from the Carpenters.
The Carpenters.
Karen's brother. He says, "This is Richard Carpenter." And I really like that song that's on that bank commercial. And I did some digging and found out who wrote it. Can you guys flesh out some more words for us? Because Karen and I'd like to cut it. And
Cool.
he's like, yeah, we'd be happy to. And so it became We've Only Just Begun.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that because that song is insane. The chord changes. What key do you play that in?
I do it in E, but they recorded it with Karen.
In
singing
A, right?
In A.
Yeah. When it goes into the chord, I mean, that's such a great song. And
the arrangement that Richard Carpenter put together for it is
amazing.
Just off the charts. But the chord changes were Roger Nichols and the words were Paul Williams. And but I love how it started as this corny little like commercial jingle, and they thought, hey, here's $500 to pay our rent and tide us over, and then it turns into their first like massive, big smash hit, and changed their lives forever, because then everybody wanted to start putting their records or putting their songs on their records.
Good luck with this one. Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to send you off to the hinterlands and make lots of mistakes. Let me pull the lyrics up. Okay, so Kevin's right. This has got some strange chord changes, but I love it. and I worked on it last night. Let's hope that my memory has not completely failed me. We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck, and we're on our way. We've only begun. Before the rising sun, we fly. So many roads to choose. We start out walking and learn to run. And yes, we've just begun. There we go. Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us. Working together day by day. Together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We find a place where there's room to grow. And yet we've just begun. Watch, share. Oh, wait, I did that wrong again. Gone. Watching, sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us. Working together day by day. Together, together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. Kind of.
It's a tough one. It was good though.
You
But,
know,
yeah.
it's one of those things where the trick is weird. So it's like you're in E, A, you know, F sharp, C sharp. These are normal chords for the key of E. And then when it makes its first jump, it goes to C sharp.
It's crazy. It's such a good
And the
change.
problem is that I keep in my head, I was like, it jumps up a major third. Okay, I'm ready for that. But it's because it's supposed to jump up a major third while I'm on an A chord, and I always want to do it when I'm on an E chord. So I go here, which completely throws the rest of it off. So anyway,
It's funny. Yeah, it's
I know.
such a great song.
Little
Have you
inside
seen?
baseball there.
Yeah, have you seen the movie? Is it 1908? No, well, the one with John Cusack when he's in the haunted hotel room.
I have
1408.
I'll have to check it out though. 'cause
Oh,
I
it's
love
amazing,
John
and
Cusack.
they have that song is featured very prominently in that movie, and it's it's great.
I love John Cusack anyway, especially Say Anything is one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
you got to see 1408. It's so good.
And you know why, Kevin? Because I want to make a good living, but I don't want to sell anything that's being bought or produced, and I don't want to produce anything that's being sold or bought, and I don't want to buy anything that's being produced or sold.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So this next one, I'm going to do a Rod Stewart song.
Right on.
I don't know if he wrote this. I don't think so.
I don't think he usually wrote much.
No, he didn't write this song. I wrote much. Yeah. Didn't he do Forever Young is a Bob Dylan song, but he completely changed the whole arrangement? Or are those two different songs?
That is not a story I'm familiar with. But it doesn't sound quite right to me.
I'm curious.
I feel like I would know if that was a Bob Dylan song.
I'm gonna look it up 1 second.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Bob Dylan.
But his version is way, way, way different. I think the melody's different. The whole thing is different.
Yeah, and then the Rod Stewart version, he says, recorded a song titled Forever Young that was released as a single and included on his 88 album. His manager said, it would be fair to say that while the melody and the music is not at all the same as Dylan's song, the idea of the song is similar. The architecture of the lyrics of the song is very much from the Dylan, so there's definite similarities.
So it's not a true kind of cover of it.
Yeah,
But,
and so I guess that he reworked it himself as a writer.
Cool. So I'm not going to play that one. But there's another one I'm going to play.
I told you that story so I could tell you this story.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get out of here.
This is called Reason to Believe.
Right on. Hit it.
If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe it's all true. Knowing that you lied straight face while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give and never thinking about myself. If I gave you time to change your mind, I'd find a way to leave the past behind. Knowing that you lied straight face while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give and never thinking about myself. If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe that it's all true. Knowing that you lied straight face while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give, never thinking about myself. If I listen long long enough to you, I find a way to believe that it's all true. Knowing that you lied straight face while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love that one, and I thought his performance of that one from Rod Stewart Unplugged was like especially good.
So good. That whole that's when he did what's it called?
With the Van Morrison song when he did Have I Told You Lately?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's like one of the best.
It's great.
That's one of the best live recordings ever captured.
Yeah, especially for acoustic. I mean, that's up there with the Eric Clapton Unplugged.
Yeah, I would put that as those in my view are the two marquee unplugs that came out of that whole
amazing.
series. So I'm going to share now. 'Cause I don't know how much more time we've got, but the last two songs that I'm going to do in my last two slots, and then if there's time left, I'll just do some requests. But I'm going to do my favorite Paul Williams song, and then I'm going to do my favorite Mentor Williams song on the way out. And my favorite Paul Williams song was written for the Muppet movie. Jim Henson contacted Paul Williams and Roger Nichols and said, I want you guys to write a song for Kermit the Frog while he sits on a log playing the banjo.
Amazing song.
And they were like, all right, well, I mean, we'll have some ideas. They're like, yeah, is there anything else you want us to know? Is there anything he said, I trust you guys completely. Just, I wanted you to know the image in my head of what it's going to look like, and I want you to do it. And so then they came up with it, and Paul played him a little snippet of what they'd come up with, and he was like, we'll keep in touch with you, as we go. We're not just going to do it cold. And Henson said, you know what? I don't want you to. I want you to write the song, and I want to learn it in the studio because that's how much faith I have in you guys to do your jobs. And I want awe and wonder to come out in my voice when I'm performing the vocal.
Cool.
As I discover it. And
so before you start, I just want to add something to your story. And in my opinion, aside from Kermit the Frog, the greatest version of that song, if you've heard it, is the one that Kenny Loggins did, which was on the same album that he did, the Return to Pooh Corner, and all that stuff was just an incredible album. So check that one out. Yeah, check it out.
All right, I will.
Cool.
I'm going to.
Are you gonna do it in the Kermit voice?
No, I'm not going to do it in the Kermit voice because it's wonderful, but like this song is so amazing that it really should never be made fun of. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be making fun of it. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean when Jim Henson was doing it in Kermit's voice, he was being authentic because it was a character. But if I did it that way, I'd be making light of the song, and I love it too much to.
$10? That is that what it'll take?
Take more than $10.
All right. Let me think.
But for 20, I'll think about it. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. There's so many songs about rainbows. What's on the other side? Rainbows dreams are visions, but only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that wishes would be heard and answered when we wished on a star? Someone thought of that, someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Have you been sleeping, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it, and it's something I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Oh, someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Da-da-doo-doo-dee.
Nice.
All right.
It's a great song.
Oh,
What key was that in? So I covered that one
Kermit did it
before.
in A, so I do it in A, and then it modulates to B flat.
That's such a good. Now I feel I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll do.
Just really quick. Why are there so many
That's a good Kermit.
songs about rainbows? What's on the other side?
That's a good one. That's a good Kermit the Frog. That's impressive. I can't do that. What was I gonna say about that? I don't remember. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. So you featured the Williams brothers the whole night here tonight, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea that they wrote all these songs.
That's my favorite thing about diving into some of the great writers. I mean, like, as I go through this week by week, sometimes I'll do a feature on somebody who's famous for recording their own songs, because I definitely value, Billy Joel and Elton John and James Taylor and Jim Croce and people like that. But there are just some absolutely brilliant songwriters that no one's ever heard of, and they wrote the freaking, soundtrack to our lives.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Cool.
So
Thank you, Bill.
And also, thank you, Bill, for the Miss Piggy image there. All right, what do you got, friend?
I'm gonna do a James Taylor song. You just mentioned him, so
Right on.
yeah.
I'm gonna
This
get out of your
is
way.
I'm gonna do. Okay, you could choose. Would you rather hear "Carolina in My Mind" or "Fire and Rain"?
Okay, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah, both so good.
So let me tell you an eerie story. I'm going to go with Fire and Rain, and here's why. So when my dad's dad died when my dad was 23, and he got the news, and he gets in the car to drive home to deal with the thing, and he's in shock hearing about it. And he turns on the radio just as they're getting on the highway to head back home. The first song that comes on is Fire and Rain. And then you fast forward. That was in 1970, November 7th, 1970.
I didn't realize it came out that
Yeah.
long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It basically ignited the singer-songwriter movement. The whole, that whole span of about 8 years where, all of the greats, Billy, Elton, Harry Chapin, Croce, John Denver, all of those guys all emerged in the wake of James Taylor's success with that song. And so fast forward to December 1st, 1987, my mom's dad dies. He was 76, and we got the call. My mom was in Benkelman, so we kind of thought it was probably going to happen. But we get the call that it's happened, and my dad tells me I'm 10 years old, and I can't sleep that night. And I turn on the radio, and the first song
It's Fire and Rain.
It's Fire and Rain. So,
Well,
anyway, that's my choice. But if you want to play Carolina, that's cool too. I love that song.
no, I'll do. I gave you the choice. I'll do Fire and Rain. I was gonna do Carolina in My Mind, but I switched it.
All right.
Hold on. Let me record here. Can't forget to do that.
Right. Yes.
Just give me 1 second. Okay.
And I forgot to tell you to hit stop before. So
No,
well
I
done.
caught it, and my mom texted me actually
Well
to
done.
remind me. Yeah.
Because I forgot to tell you. Because secretly I wanted you to get like 100
for
gigabytes.
my computer to explode. Yeah.
All right, man.
Let's see. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind through an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. But there's time on the telephone line, talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and the pieces on the ground. 'Cause I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again. No, I skipped the bridge. I don't know how to play that part, so I didn't want to mess
Is
it
there a
up.
bridge?
Yeah, well, or it's kind of like a thought I'd see you one more time
Oh,
again.
yeah, at the end. Thought I'd see you.
I also don't play the whatever that chord is. But I always thought that I'd see you again. It says C7.
That's B
C9.
flat, F over A, G minor 7. It stays on G minor 7, and then it goes to a
Yeah, what
B
is that?
flat. That's a B flat over a C. Or you could play a C.
Well, so I was doing that.
You could play a C suspended 7 if you wanted to. But I think it's better to just play a full B flat chord over a C. Because then you get that sus2 in there.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was doing.
All right, man. Nice job. I love that song.
Thank you.
It's haunting. It's eerie. So, Mentor Williams, who had a less prolifically successful. I just, while Kevin's still here, he saw me run through this earlier. This is short, but I wanted you to know that Paul Williams did some other interesting stuff, and one of them was he wrote the words to a theme song for a TV show, and I'm not even going to take Kevin off the screen for this one because I want you to see his reaction while I play this nonsense, and it's only like a minute long. But
So you're gonna put me on the screen here.
I'm
so everybody
leaving
can
you on the screen.
See me
so that
awkwardly.
I want you to react very authentically, like make as much fun of me as possible.
No. Go ahead.
But
I'm ready.
yeah, so you guys will know this probably, but the words to this were written by Paul Williams.
It actually has some interesting chords.
Love, it's exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. And love, life's sweetest reward, let it floats back to you. And the love boat soon will be making another run. The love boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure.
You're doing the whole thing, huh?
Your mind new on romance. 'cause love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. I don't remember how the rest of it goes.
Yeah, thank God.
But yeah, just so you know, when you're a professional songwriter, you get to write that kind of stuff too.
And there's some musicality behind it. I mean, there's some interesting stuff happening there.
Although he did not write the music, he just wrote the words.
Then forget it.
You know, there's a skill set to that too.
Who wrote the music?
Somebody comes to you and goes, "We're making a show about a cruise ship where strangers meet and fall in love, and we need you to put words to this." You know, I mean,
Right.
So anyway, that was Paul Williams as well. But his brother Mentor wrote one of the great songs of all time, in my view, and they wrote it as kind of he wrote it as kind of a poppy thing in his mind. It was very much a pop song, and they fished it around. I think it got cut by a couple different people, and nothing happened with it. And then a fantastic black singer named Dobie Gray picked it up and put a little soul with it, and it became one of the great like soul R&B kind of fusion with pop songs ever recorded, and it's become like a standard. I probably performed this thing like at least 1,000 times at bars and clubs and parties. So I know you guys are going to know this one. All right, here we go. Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. I know that's a game that I hate to lose. When I'm feeling the strain, it ain't a shame. So give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside, it looks so unkind, and I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Take me away, yeah. And when my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. And when I'm feeling blue, them guitars coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. Want you to know I believe in your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony, they help me along, oh, making me strong. So give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away, yeah. Hey, give me the beat, boys, free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Take me away, won't you take me? So won't you take me? Gotta drift away. Hey, won't you take me? Won't you take me? Yeah, gotta drift away. So won't you take me? So won't you take me? Yeah, gotta drift away. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
All right.
I was reading the comments.
Sweet. We are at 5:30, so I don't know what your schedule tonight is, Kevin. This is usually when you used to sometimes have to bail out, but if
And
you want
it
to
still
stick
is.
around.
Yeah, I was gonna do one more song and I'm gonna bail.
All right. And then, guys, after Kevin's done, I'll just kind of stick around and take a few requests until around the top of the hour here, okay? So, Kevin, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to close it out with a song that I also played last night at this gig that I was playing. It was a huge hit also probably 10, 15 years ago by Kings of Leon.
All right.
So let me make sure I'm recording. I think I am.
All right, my friend.
And yeah, all right. This is it. This is You Somebody.
Take Me to School.
Yeah. All right. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under covers of the street. You know that I could use somebody. You know that I could use somebody. Someone like you. Off in the night while you live it up, I'm off to sleep. Waging wars to shape the poet and the beat. I hope it's gonna make you notice. I hope it's gonna make I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see.
Amazing. I loved it.
Thank you. Did you know that song, right?
I don't think I've ever heard that before. I mean, maybe I have, but if I have, it's been so sparse that it doesn't stick with me.
That's
But
going to be the one to save. The other one is shit. The other ones are, let me see. Use somebody. Save. The other ones are going straight into the trash.
I love the transparency. I love like you guys are in the comments that are tuning in live. You're really getting an inside look at how Kevin operates his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I do mine. I do all of my stuff like that in the dark of night behind closed doors. Kevin's like right out here in front. Yeah. We're gonna get my post done right now on that. I'm gonna say, it was crap. We're throwing it in the trash.
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. See, this was fun. I say it every time, but I hope it's not months that go by, but it probably will be. So.
Well, every Wednesday I'm going to be here hoping that you join me.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe next time I'll just kind of. You know what we should do, actually, to make it interesting? You can send me the link every week, and then it'll be a surprise when one day I'll randomly show up.
All right. I'm going to do that. It's going to be like in Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby leaves tickets for his dad for the race.
Yeah.
Every single race.
Right. That's perfect. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay, man.
Cool.
Well, have a
good
great night, and say hi to your lovely bride and
thank you. I
your
will.
2 tots.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
See ya.
Okay, I'm just going to play out the rest of the time here. Hi, Lo. Do I know Candle? Yes, I do know Candle in the Wind. So we will start with that one, and then we'll move into some James Taylor / Carole King here by request for Leo. So we'll send this out to our friend Lo Soderberg's grandfather, who passed away at the age of 91. A life well lived. I can do better than that. Goodbye, Norma Jean, though I never knew you at all. You had the grace to hold yourself with those around you crawled out of the woodwork, and they whispered into your brain, set you on a treadmill, and they made you change your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Loneliness was toughest role you ever played. Like we created a superstar, and pain was the price you paid. Even when you died, oh, the press drew out of you. All the papers had to say was that Marilyn was found in the news. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before religion ever did. Goodbye, Norma Jean, though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawl. Goodbye, Norma Jean, from the young man in the 22nd row, who sees you as something more than sexual, more than just our Marilyn Monroe. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. And I would have liked to know you, whoa, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. All right. Thank you for the request there, Lo. This one was originally a Carole King song, and she was putting it on her, what became the greatest album she ever released, and one of the magnum opuses of the 70s. Amazing record called Tapestry. And just a second. Oh, you're very welcome, Lo. I appreciate the request, and I wish you and your family peace and very, very warm memories at this time. It's never easy to, even when it is someone who's lived a good, long life, it's never easy to say goodbye and start a new chapter. So, anyway, thank you very much. Anyway, so this went on her album Tapestry, but she was test driving some of that music at a place in Los Angeles called the Troubadour Club that she and her friend James Taylor frequented. And he heard her do this song, and he said to her, "I'd really like to cut this song." She said, "Well, I was thinking about making it a single for me, James." And he said, I really feel like I've got something to offer this song. And he played it for her on his guitar. He'd come up with his own kind of version of it. And she said, "Okay, that's too good. I can't stop you. Go for it." And so it became a huge hit, one of the biggest hits of James Taylor's career. But then it also was a highlight from the Tapestry album and is highly associated with the writer Carole King, and I think this is her greatest ever composition. So we're going to send this out by request to our friend Leo Trufrost. It's called "You Got a Friend." I can do that better. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing's going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, well, all you gotta do is call. I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. In the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I'm gonna be knocking outside your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call. I'll be there, yes I will. Ain't it good to know you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call. I'll be there, yes I will. Yes I will be there, yes I will. Yes I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. You got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Oh, now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend in me? You've got a friend. You've got a friend. All right. And maybe some Elvis and anything else from the 50s. This is for our friend Ted Okazumi. Beg your pardon. One of these days I'll be completely over this. All right, so let's do some, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to, off the top of my head here, I'm just going to do a little medley of Elvis. Not sure what songs I'm going to do yet, but I'll make them up as I go along, and we'll kind of turn them into a medley on the fly here for our friend Ted. We'll start out Okay. Let's start out with this one. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Although it's always crowded, I still can find some room. The broken-hearted lovers cry in their gloom. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. But you know that I can't be found sitting there all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Let's walk to the preacher. Let's both say I do. Then you know you got me, and I know that I've got you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Or should we be apart? I really love you, baby. My heart. Bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a bat on a fuzzy tree. Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up, yeah, yeah. My hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you're wild as a bug? I'm in love. I'm all shook up, yeah, yeah. Please don't ask me what's on my mind. A little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm with that girl that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death. Will she touch my animal? Thrill I got. Her lips are like a volcano the size. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Ooh. Hey, well, I'm all shook up. Walked through a party at the county jail. The prison man was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You could have heard this knocked out jailbird singing "Let the rock." Everybody let the rock. Everybody in the whole cell block dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played the tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. Drummer boy from Illinois with crash, boom, bang. Whole rhythm section was the Purple Gang. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block is dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. Number 47's at number 3. You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see. Sure will be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in old cell block is dancing to the jailhouse rock. 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 Everybody in old cell block is dancing to the jailhouse rock. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. They said you was high class, well that was just a lie. They said you was high class, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Lonely rivers flow early to the sea. Darling, don't it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. I can't help falling in love with you. Yes, I can't help falling in love with you. With you. With you. And this one's not from the 50s, but what the hell, let's finish out the Elvis with the best Elvis song. I'm caught in a trap, I can't walk out, because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe what I'm saying? We can't go on together with suspicion. smile to say hello. Would there still be suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see for real the tears I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, let our love survive. Don't let a good thing die. I'll dry a tear from your eye. You know I'd never, never lie to you. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Caught in a trap, can't walk out, 'cause I love you too much, baby. Girl, can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I'm saying. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out, because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I'm saying. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out, because I love you too much, baby. We're caught in a trap, I can't walk out, because I love you too much, baby. We're caught in a trap. Okay, well, you know, I really should probably hang it up, but I'm going to do one more song. Leo has an interesting situation here. Says his friend Stephanie and I are going to meet up in person for the very first time. And as a surprise, can you say hi, or can you say, Stephanie Rogers, this is for you, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. Okay, well, Stephanie Rogers, this is for you. It's from 1972 on an album called Honky Chateau, and it's called Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. And now I know the Spanish Harlem are not just pretty words to say. I thought I knew, but now I know that rose trees never grow in New York City. Till you've seen this trash can dream come true. Stand at the edge while people run you through. Thank the Lord, there's people out there like you. Thank the Lord that there's people out there like you. While Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters, sons of bankers, sons of lawyers, turn around and say good morning to the night. For unless they see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. This Broadway's got a lot of songs to sing. If I knew the tunes, I might join in. Go my way alone. I grow my own seed shall be sown in New York City. Subway, no way for a good man to go down. Rich man can ride, and the hobo he can drown. I thank the Lord for the people I have found. Oh yeah, I thank the Lord for the people I have found. While Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters, sons of bankers, sons of lawyers, turn around and say good morning to the night. For unless they see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. And now I know Spanish Harlem are not just pretty words to say. Thought I knew, but now I know that rose trees never grow in New York City. Subway's no way for a good man to go down. Rich man can ride, and the hobo he can drown. I thank the Lord for the people I've found. Oh yeah, thank the Lord for the people I've found. While Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters, sons of bankers, sons of lawyers, turn around and say good morning to the night. For unless they see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. They know not if it's dark outside or light. All right, guys. Appreciate it for everybody for being here. So much fun to play with Kevin again. And I'll be back next week with another songwriter to feature, and we'll do a few more requests. And, of course, join me on my channel on Sunday for my typical just all-request blitz there for a couple hours. I'll be there. Same bat time, same bat channel. Remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong, and give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can, guys. Sometimes it feels like the world is falling apart and full of jerks, but you know what? It doesn't have to be, at least not the whole world. So we can start a little chain reaction. So be kind. Be kind and let it spread. You don't know when the game comes to an end, so leave it all on the playing field, my friends. Don't have any regrets. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next show. Thanks for tuning in.